Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Tuesday, August 27th, 2024, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $, ORION-NWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Seattle Mariners. First pitch is going to be here in roughly 10 minutes. So let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and let me get into the starting lineups. Happy Tuesday, everyone. All right, baby, let's go. And on the thumb, on the left, we have first baseman Yandy Diaz. And on the right, we have our stud, Julio Rodriguez. Now let's get into the starting lineups here first for the visiting Tampa Bay Rays. Leading off for the Rays at first base, Yandy Diaz. Batting second, playing third base, Junior Caminero. Batting third, playing left field, Josh Lowe. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, DHing tonight for Tampa, Christopher Morel. Batting fifth, playing second base, Jose Caballero. Batting sixth, playing shortstop for the Rays, Taylor Walls. Batting seventh, playing right field, Johnny DeLuca. Batting eighth, playing center field, Jose Siri. And batting ninth, catching tonight for the Rays, Alex Jackson. And on the mound for the Tampa Bay Rays with a 1-2 record and ERA of 4.50, it is Jeffrey Springs. Now let's get into the starting lineup for your Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners, welcome back. We're going to have the no-fly zone complete for the very first time. Right fielder, Victor Robles. And he was at right field a couple games ago, but decided to lay down a bunt at his first at-bat. The ball hit his finger. They went to do x-rays. They were negative. Then he ended up missing a couple games. And now we finally get Victor back in the leadoff role. And also the first time, hopefully for the full game, with not only Julio in center, but Randy Arozarena in left field. I'm excited. No fly zone intact. Let's go. Batting second, playing center field, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Right ends up. Batting third, catching tonight for Seattle, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, left fielder, Randy Arozarena. Batting fifth, playing second base, Jorge Polanco. And I want to shout out Polo. You know, this is a guy that, got booed by the entire fan base for about a month and a half. And when you pay big money to bring in a free agent like Mitch Garver and Jorge Polanco, and you don't get results, not only offensively, but then you become a liability defensively by making errors, people are going to get pissed, right? But as of late, your defense has been better. You occasionally make an error, maybe out of every 3 to 4 games. All right, but you've cleaned it up more so than not. And the big thing about Polo is his bat has become alive, and he actually has some of the best stats in the last month and a half for all second basemen in Major League Baseball. He's been getting singles, doubles, RBIs, and clutch home runs, shout out to you, Jorge Polanco. That's what we paid you for. Keep it going. Keep that electricity flowing here tonight, Jorge Polanco. Batting 6th, playing first base, Justin Turner. Batting 7th, playing DH this afternoon, Mitch Haniger. Batting 8th, playing third base, it's Demo Dylan Moore. And batting 9th, playing shortstop for J.P. Crawford, Leo Rivas. And Leo has actually played very, very well stepping into that role. And on the mound for our Mariners, with a 7-10 record and ERA of 3.21, it is Walter Logan Gilbert. And we're going to need Stetson's finest here today. Let's go, Logan. And we're going to shoot for 20 likes within the first hour, 30 to 50 overall, and we're always going to be shooting for 100 in the donos on every single stream. And like I mentioned multiple times on the stream, make sure you guys are taking care of your mental health. You know, addiction, depression, anxiety, these are things that not only I battled with, but I know a lot of y'all in the room have battled with this in the past, or you're doing it right now. So if you are slipping into the darkness a little bit, make some minor adjustments to your daily routine. You know, eat a little healthier, exercise a little bit more, listen to 30 minutes of music every single day, spend time with friends, family, and pets. Do these basic things. You'll come out the other side a little bit quicker, and you'll help yourself win the day. We got the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Seattle Mariners, game number 2 in the set. And if you were here last night, you saw us win 5-1 in game number 1, and we're going to try to continue that trend here moving forward. And an amazing stat that they just mentioned, you know, there in the pregame, you know, the magic number for every game for the Mariners, right, is going to be 4 runs, 7 to 10 hits, right? And normally in 2022 and 2023, it would be 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. Believe it or not, even though we're the, 30 out of 30, based off team batting average, and it can only go up from here. But if we can just find a way to be like in the middle of the pack, like 15th or 20th in hitting, not dead last, listen to these numbers. When we score 4 runs, right? 4 runs, we're 54-11 with this pitching staff. So when you got a top 3 pitching staff and you can actually get a little bit of production, we are very dominant. Now, when we score 5 runs, and I get it, we don't score 5 that often, but when we score 5 and above, we have the best record in baseball in that number, 44-4. It's crazy. So again, if we can just find a way to get the bats to turn up just a little bit, I don't think anyone's really going to want to deal with us if we can make the playoffs. I know the Astros lost to the Phillies tonight. Thank you, Phillies. And so we just got to be able to put our head down and be able to grind it out. And you never know. We might still be able to make the playoffs. We might be able to win the AL West. We might get a wild card. But I like what we're doing right now, and hopefully we can keep it going. Let's go, Mariners. Matt in the building. What's good? Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's do it. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Again, if you have a Twitter/X account and want to do your boy a solid and like and retweet the post, that'll get us more people here, as well as smashing the like button within the first hour really helps us out if you're here early, because then it hits the algorithm and the metrics. Then once we get to 30, we can coast the rest of the stream. Shout out to all the fans yesterday. We got over 50, and that's really going to be the goal every single stream, the final goal. But if we can't get to 50, somewhere in that 30 to 50 range is what we're going to be shooting for. Let's go, baby. Only 3 games back. Let's get it, baby. Hell yeah. Astros lost today. Thank you, Phillies. And I got another stat from Mariners PR that I ended up sharing as well. Believe it or not, the Seattle Mariners own the highest stolen base success rate in the American League. We're 107 for 130, 82% conversion rate. So that's something that we need to be able to keep an eye on. Stealing bags, moving guys over, bunting, never taking away from those little aspects of strategy in the game. If we can't hit, right? As well as some of these other teams, we have to find other ways to be able to get on base and move guys over. So obviously stealing bags, the Mariners are very, very good. Number one in the American League. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. So again, and it's not just guys that are fast, like a Leo Rivas or like a Julio. We're getting production from even our slower guys like Cal Raleigh. They've been very, very successful this year. So let's keep it going. Let's go Mariners. Daniel in the building, what's good? DX in the building, what's good? Sarah in the building, what's good? Let's go, baby. Megan in the building, what's good? All right, baby. Logan Gilbert on the mound. 7-10 record, ERA of 3.21. We need a good outing here this evening. And leading off for the Tampa Bay Rays, Yandy Diaz. Batting second, playing third base, Junior Caminero. And batting third, left fielder, Josh Lowe. All right, baby, here we go. Top of the first, 0-0, Rays and Mariners. 273 average, 10 homers, and 56 ribbies for Yandy Diaz so far here in 2024. Pitches outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Anna from Mexico in the building. What's good? Yeah, but again, anyone can say anything, regardless. You can't get triggered so easily. We know the Rams don't have Aaron Donald, but we do know the Rams are going to be a good team. So to act like they're not going to be a good team, or to act like they're going to be so much better than Seattle, we obviously know that those teams more than likely will split. Is it possible that the Rams win both or Seattle wins both? Of course, but again, as of today, you would think that Seattle has the upper hand for being the second best team behind the Niners, but the Rams will compete. And again, I'm not really worried about the Rams offense. I think the offense is going to be great, but the defense is really the big question mark. And based on some of the moves that Seattle has made, I would assume Seattle's defense will get slowly but surely better. But again, you're always going to get, individuals that try to push the buttons a little bit. And we obviously know Seattle is not finishing fourth. The worst that they would finish would be third. And if, they finished third, that would probably mean they had some pretty serious injuries to get to that point. Or if they just ended up, losing out on a couple close games late. And let's say, the Rams ended up winning 10 and then the Hawks won 9, or the Rams won 11 and Seattle won 10. And then they ended up finishing in third. So, sometimes you just got to let things kind of, go by you. And of course, it just depends on if, they're a good, friend or a good, compadre, someone that you actually talk to, or if they're just someone that you kind of know and they're just trying to push the buttons a little bit. Big swing and a miss from Junior Caminero. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's go, baby. Yeah, and everyone knows that the Cardinals are going to finish in last. I mean, that's just being a hater, trying to say Seattle is going to finish in last. And they did that to push your buttons and to get a trigger and a response from you, and it worked. So, again, you always have to remember, just because someone says something doesn't mean they actually mean it. People do it all the time. They try to be an ass, and try to get a reaction out of us, hardcore fans and whatnot. Sometimes you just got to have it go in one ear and out the other and know that they're crazy and they're just trying to get a reaction. They don't truly believe that. So, top of the first, 0-0 Rays and Mariners. And I'm happy to say that we only need one more spot in our fantasy league. I ended up reaching out to Elliot and Zini because I wanted to make sure we had regulars a part of the league, just not a bunch of randoms. That one goes foul for Cal Raleigh. And I ended up reaching out to Chief Will Chief, but I haven't got a response back yet from him. And I was hoping that he would end up being the last individual that would end up participating, but we'll end up waiting to see what he says. I know he normally does more than a couple leagues. Thank you for the repost, Megan. If I can get a like on the post as well, I would greatly appreciate that to kind of mirror them 3-3. And shout out to Sarah for doing the same, as well as Matt. Top of the first, 0-0 with 1 out. Logan Gilbert on the mound. Junior Caminero in the box. Popped up behind the plate and foul towards the T-Mobile bricks. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So in the league right now, we don't have anyone that's a random. And like I said, I would like to be able to have regulars a part of the league. So as far as right now, it'll be me. It'll be Captain Oreo. Big swing and a miss. Got him. So it'll be me, Captain Oreo, Shep, Matt, Elliot, Reflect, Heaney, you, Sarah, Megan, and then we're going to have one more. So we will see if we can end up I reached out to Lauren as well, but I think Lauren doesn't really play fantasy football, and obviously, married and has kids and whatnot, so might not be able to have the time for it. But I'm thinking Chief will cheat. He usually does 2 to 3 leagues, but he'll try. He won't give up. So I'm really hoping that he'll respond back and either give me a yay or a nay. Otherwise, we're going to be looking for one more person either tonight or tomorrow. But we'll definitely get the spot filled before the draft at 6 p.m. Pacific on Thursday. 0-1 pitch to Josh Lowe. That one fouled back. 0-2 count to Josh. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Yeah. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. A little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Logan retired. I like that. And, again, it seems like with the Americans, it's not really their strong suit and whatnot. But again, we'll see what happens moving forward with the news. But again, we know the United States of America is going to provide amazing athletes in a lot of sports, but maybe one end of it where we might not be as good as sounds like F1. That a lot of the international race car drivers are much better than the Americans, and then the Americans that we do have that are elite, they're in NASCAR Cup. So, it is what it is. But sometimes you'll get guys that'll do both, like Kyle Larson, or they'll try to do, multiple races and whatnot in different leagues. But again, a big cream of the crop is in NASCAR Cup. Now, I do believe some of the guys in NASCAR Cup, potentially with the right training, might be able to do F1. I don't know how good they would be at it, since it's a totally different car and a totally different ball game there. But we'll see if we can get another American up there in F1 at some point or another. We're at 5:95 to go. Now let's get it, baby. Yeah, Reflect ended up beating me in the championship yesterday. He had a great strategy. And again, I haven't finished lower than 3rd in any league that I've ever done in my life. But I haven't won the championship in a couple years. So, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to have 10 people, a mixture of the men and women. We're going to have 4. The top 4 teams will go to the playoffs instead of doing best of 2 weeks and best of 2 weeks, and then possibly having a bunch of starters sit. And then it's not really based off skill. It's just like luck. We're just going to do 1 week and 1 week. So the season is going to end in week 14, and then the playoffs are going to start week 15. Whoever wins that will go to the championship in week 16. And then obviously we know the regular season ends in week 17, 18 around that time. But usually around that time is when guys start to sit. People have first round buys, and you don't really get all the starters playing. So this will keep intact that, it'll be all strategy and all skill, and there won't be anybody sitting early. And it'll just be whoever is the best at fantasy at that point will be champ at the end of the year. All right, Mariners, your turn. Leading off for the Mariners, Victor Robles. First pitch popped up. Diaz is there, 1 away. At least he didn't bunt and get hit on the finger there. But awesome to be able to see Victor Robles in right field for potentially now the 2nd time, but he didn't really get a chance to play defense since he bunted in the 1st inning a couple days ago, got hit in the finger, got an x-ray. It was negative, but we're going to get Victor hopefully for the rest of the season at right field. Batting 2nd, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. First pitch outside for a ball, 1-0 count. Pitch on the corner for a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. hitless in 5 of the last 6 games. Come on, Julio. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's go, J-Rod. Big swing and a miss. Terrible at-bat for Julio Rodriguez. Seems like the same things keep happening over and over again. I don't know what needs to change, but I mean, at least we got Dan Wilson and Edgar Martinez trying to explain to Julio, what to do. But again, it's up to him to be able to make those changes. 2 away. Next up, big dumper, catcher Cal Raleigh. 2 up and 2 down for the Tampa Bay Rays. Cal Raleigh pops up. Catch made in right field by Johnny DeLuca. 3 up and 3 down. End of the first inning, and we're knotted up here at 0. Let's go to the top of the second. Next up for the Rays, DHing in the cleanup spot, former Cub, Christopher Morel. Batting second, playing second base this evening, Jose Caballero, the former Seattle Mariner. And batting third, shortstop in the 6-hole, Taylor Walls. Thank you for the like and the share, Megan, on the post. Same thing with Sarah and Matt. Appreciate you guys. Let me know what you want to do for photos, DX. I got you. There's a couple F1 photos or something that you want to be able to represent on the channel, let me know. All right, we're off to a good start. We're at 13 likes on the channel. We need 20 in the first hour. We need 7 more. Looks like we got about 10 people that haven't done it yet, but 13 have. Appreciate you guys, and we only need 7 more to hit 20 in the first hour. Let's go. Yeah, terrible. We got to make sure that we're not just, being super aggressive. And we want to make sure we're getting the most out of every at-bat. But again, that doesn't necessarily mean that we need to swing at the first 2 pitches for every single player. Julio swings at everything, inside, outside, but for Victor Robles, I would have really liked to seen him kind of work the count. But some of his big hits this season for us to get on the board early, have been those first pitch strikes that he's been able to capitalize on. So I don't really fault Victor for going for a first pitch strike swing, or even if it was a ball, but we'll see how he adjusts as the game goes on. And then with Cal usually isn't going to be going for a home run swing in the first 2 pitches. But again, kind of an unusual, first inning there for Seattle, but hopefully we settle in. And again, magic number 4 runs, 7 to 10 hits here for the Mariners. And obviously we want to make sure we have a good outing out of our guy, Logan Gilbert. We got to get that record up a little bit higher. It's ridiculous, that he's 7 and 10. Like 7 wins and 10 losses because he doesn't get run support. He should be flip-flop, at least 10 and 7. But again, that's what happens when you don't get run support. But he's got a good ERA of 3.21. To be arguably our second best pitcher. George Kirby third, Bryce Miller fourth. But the way that Bryce Miller has been playing lately, you could probably say Bryce is playing right now as our third best pitcher. Wu as 1, Gilbert 2, Miller 3, and then probably Kirby 4, and then Castillo 5. But that usually will go up and down, depending on who we're playing. And we know George Kirby has the ability to be the number 1 overall or number 2, but again, has struggled a little bit lately. Little slow hopper, throw to first, 1 away. Down goes Christopher Morel. Next up for the Rays, playing second base today, typically plays third, Jose Caballero. First pitch, high out of the zone for a strike. 0-1 count, should have been a ball. Let him know. Appreciate you. Pitch right down the middle. Jose crushes that one foul behind in the count 0-2. $5 hollow. We're at 10. 90 to go. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. A little cactus jack. Bang, bang. Let me know what you're looking for photos, you and DX, and I'll get you as we go through the commercial breaks. 0-2 pitch from Gilbert to Jose. Stop that one towards third base foul. Count remains 0-2. Pitch. Big swing and a miss. We'll take that, baby. Down goes Jose Caballero, the former Mariner. All right, Logan, I will take that, baby. And hopefully we can get 4 to 7 Ks out of Logan Gilbert today. Doesn't look like it's going to be a 8, 9, 10K game. Usually when Logan starts off with 2 or 3 Ks in the first inning, it's possible, but, we'll take it. Nice job, Logan. Good start. First K for Logan Gilbert. Right down the middle with a heater to Taylor Walls for a strike. 0-1 count. Had to hook up the Rays fans with some new photos of some of the guys that I wanted to improve. A lot of times when I end up looking at the photos, if they're not HD or 4K, or if they just don't look really that exciting, I usually try to look before the game starts to find upgraded options. So that way everyone's got swaggy photos, not just the Mariners, but the opposing team as well. 0-2 pitch. Gilbert to Walls, low at the knees and into the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Top of the second, 0-0 Rays and Mariners. Nobody on with 2 outs. All right. Gotcha. Wow, what a heater by Logan Gilbert. Got him. Okay, Logan. Another punch out by Logan Gilbert. We'll take that. Stetson's finest, baby. Let's go. Nice job, Logan. Keep it going. Next up for the Mariners, left fielder Randy Arozarena. Batting second baseman Jorge Polanco. And batting third, first baseman Justin Turner. Go Mariners. Sprinkle in a couple of these real quick. Appreciate you. See if I can get a few more once we get into the next commercial break for the two of you. Appreciate you. We're at 10, 90 to go. Bottom of the second, 0-0. Going against his former team, Randy Arozarena, the hero yesterday with a big 3-run blast to give us a cushiony lead at that moment. And we ended up winning that matchup yesterday in a dominant fashion, 5-1. 213 average, 17 homers, and 46 ribbies for Randy Arozarena here in 2024. Pitch low at the knees inside, 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0 pitch. Wow, right down the middle. Randy got a little excited there, thought it was going to be automatically a walk. Started to walk the first and then noticed it was a strike. Come on, Randy, focus. 3-1 pitch from Springs to Randy. Back-to-back strikes after throwing 3 balls to Randy Arozarena. Don't get cocky. Make sure that you're focusing on what the task at hand here. Come on, Randy. 3-2 pitch from Springs to Arozarena. Randy pops it up, and it should be an easy out into right field. DeLuca is there, 1 away. Kind of a wasted at-bat there. Could have been a walk or a decent, single if he would have just worked that count instead of just automatically thinking he was going to get walked. Come on, Randy, focus. Those little minor details fucking matter. Next up, second baseman Jorge Polanco, who has been a pleasant surprise in the last month and a half. His numbers have been great. Defense has been better. Every about 3 to 4 games, it seems like he still ends up making an error. But as far as hitting the baseball for home runs, RBIs, singles, and doubles, he's been much, much better, within the last month and a half. He's been very good for us at second base. Let's go, Polo. Trident's up. Last 15 games, 275 average, 3 homers, and 8 ribbies. Good shit. Behind in the count now, 0-2. Big swing and a miss. Down goes Polanco with a lazy swing. 2 away. Next up for the Mariners, will you be the one that gets the start going for Seattle? First baseman Justin Turner. Maybe it's going to be the guys lower in the lineup like JT, Hanny, Demo, and Leo. Maybe these guys are going to be the heroes today. Maybe we're not going to get a lot from Robles, J-Rod, Cal Raleigh, Randy, and Polo. Maybe it'll be the bottom half of the order. I don't really care where we get it from, but we just need to start a rally. Let's go. First pitch in there for a strike to Justin Turner. In the zone, 0-1 count. Bottom of the second, 0-0 Rays and Mariners. JT crushes that one foul. Behind in the count, 0-2. Let's go, JT. 0-2 pitch. Pitch is high and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Justin Turner. Career 285 average, 194 home runs in his career. Try to get closer to that 200 number. But he has hit safely in 6 out of the last 8 games, Justin Turner. That one out of the zone, but crushes it foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's go, JT. Pitch is low and at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're 2 likes away from 20. Appreciate all the people that just recently smashed that like button. We're 2 away from getting to the goal here in the first hour. Nice stop. Nice job. Let's go. 2-2 pitch. Pitch is outside. Good eyes by Justin Turner. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Let's go, JT. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Crushes that one foul. Still grinding away, and that's what I like to see out of JT. One of the oldest positional players in baseball right now at 39, but he can still ball. Let's go. Three-two pitch. Pitch is high and outside, and he walked him. There we go. All right, first base runner, Justin Turner. That's how you end up being patient in the box and you grind it out. I wish Julio Rodriguez could do something like that. I mean, it seems like he used to a couple years ago, but you don't see him grind out at-bats like that really anymore. Next up, DHing for Seattle, Mitch Haniger. Let's go, Hanny. No, you guys continue to talk F1. If you guys want to be able to engage in something that you guys have in common, doesn't bother me one bit. There's plenty of people that watch me that never comment whatsoever, that are watching across the globe. You guys are regulars. You guys are mods. I could really care less if you guys talk about anything. If you guys talk about baseball, cool. But if you guys end up talking about anything, F1 or whatever's going on in your life, don't ever apologize. You're good. Bottom of the second, 0-0 Rays and Mariners. Runner at first with 2 outs, 0-2 pitch. Pitch is outside to Haniger. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, it doesn't bother me because, like I said, we talk about so many different things in a stream, regardless of what the topic is. A baseball stream, we might end up talking NFL, college football, wrestling, F1, NASCAR, or maybe mental health in our personal life. So there's no apology needed. Haniger crushes that one. Line drive, foul, all the way to the 5th row. And then you had a first row adult lean over and grab the ball. Should give it to that kid, but I think it is his kid there. Now, I'm not always able to go back and look at every single comment in your guys' conversation, but I always try to keep an eye on everything that I'm doing. 1-2 pitch from Springs to Haniger. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I feel I'm pretty good at multitasking. I mean, I got like 4, 5, 6 different screens up. I got to pay attention to what's going on, in the chat as well as the game and on screen. So don't worry. Bottom of the second, 0-0 Rays and Mariners. Runner at first with 2 outs. 2-2 pitch from Springs to Haniger. Haniger popped up, fading foul. Count remains 2-2. And like you said, it gives me a chance to be able to learn even if I'm not in the conversation. I can always go back, while I'm looking up photos and read what you guys are discussing. Let's go, Hanny. 2-2 pitch from Springs, the lefty, to Mitch Haniger. Steps off the plate and Hanny calls time. Candace in the building. What's good? Two pitch. Pitch is outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Good patience by Haniger. Julio Rodriguez could learn a thing or two from JT and Haniger with their patience in the box. Three-two pitch. Got him. Great pitch by Springs. And that is strike 3. We leave one stranded. Score still knotted up here at 0. Let's go to the top of the 3rd. Definitely a different type of feel in this game compared to yesterday. We already know Brian Wu is the truth. And again, when you got to go with, different individuals lately, Logan Gilbert, George Kirby, Luis Castillo, Bryce Miller, you don't really know what you're going to get, but Bryce was magnificent yesterday. Before that, Brian Wu was magnificent. So again, we're going to see if Logan can join the party. But nice job by Jeffrey Springs, the lefty. 1-2 record, ERA of 4.50, but you wouldn't know it watching him today. Let's see who's up next here for the Rays. Next up for the Rays, right fielder Johnny DeLuca. Sweet photo. Great defense. Batting second in the 8-hole, center fielder Jose Siri. And they didn't have Siri or Diaz yesterday, so I assume that they'll be a little bit more competitive today, which it seems like they are. And batting third, the former farm prospect from the Mariners, Alex Jackson, catching today in the 9-hole. Let's go Mariners. See if I can get a couple more photos here. Lando's there. See if we can go this next route. See what I can pull up here. see if I can get one more here. I think it's loading up for me right now. Here we go. A little trio photo. There you go. Ooh, I like that one. That looks good. Swag. Top of the third, 0-0, Rays and Mariners. Johnny DeLuca in the box. Logan Gilbert here on the mound. 1-1 pitch to Johnny DeLuca, incoming. Popped up. Should be a routine play. Justin Turner at first. 1 away. Next up for the Rays, center fielder Jose Siri. Lowest home ERA in the MLB this season. Seattle Mariners number 1, the only team under 3 with 2.74. Cubs 3.21. Rangers 3.41. Great stat. And again, we just need to get the bats going. No problem. Appreciate the two of you. Come on, Mariners. Got to find a way. Got to get a little bit of a rally here. But it's a pitching duel so far. 0-1 pitch from Gilbert to Siri. Pitches inside. Did he go? He does not. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jose Siri. And we hit the 20 likes before the hour mark. You guys are awesome. We're at 22. We need 8 more to get to 30. And we got 18 minutes to see if we can get to that particular number. Shout out to everyone in the room showing that love and support with the likes, the subs, the views, the donos, and sub count has been starting to gradually get up there as well. Appreciate you guys very, very much. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. And right now we're at 20,412, 88 to get to 20,500. You guys are awesome. Top of the third, 0-0 Rays and Mariners. Nobody on, 1 out. Logan Gilbert, 32 pitches in. Jose Siri in the box with a 2-2 count. Siri takes a timeout there. Kind of get his batting gloves adjusted. 2-2 pitch from Gilbert to Siri. Come on, Logan. Try to jam him inside. Crushes that one. Just into the front row. Foul. Let's go, baby. Two pitch. Pitches inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cal tried to frame it there, but that was a no-go. Come on, Logan. 3-2 pitch. Siri crushes that one. Line drive right to Randy Arozarena, where he literally he had to do was lean over with his glove. 2 away. We'll take that. Next up for the Rays, catcher Alex Jackson. First pitch to Jackson, the former Mariner farm system player. Was never good enough really to make the squad with us. And a lot of times, you'll draft guys, or they'll be in the farm system and they'll bounce around from team to team. And every once in a while, you'll see some of these former Mariners pop up. And a lot of people don't remember Alex Jackson, and most people won't, especially if it's, in the farm or just briefly on the team. So, but one thing I do know is that we do make the most trades with the Tampa Bay Rays compared to any other team in baseball. So there's going to be a lot of guys that are playing on Seattle that go to Tampa, and guys that go to Tampa or play in Tampa that come to Seattle. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And obviously Randy Arozarena and Luke Raley are 2 good examples just from this year. And then Jose Caballero being the former Mariner last year on the Tampa Bay Rays. Top of the third, 0-0 Rays and Mariners in a pitching duel with Springs and Gilbert. 2 outs, nobody on. 1-2 pitch from Logan to Alex. Crushes that one into left field. Randy is there. What a diving catch by Randy Arozarena. That's the type of effort that I like to see, baby. There we go. And that easily could have been a double if Randy didn't hustle. Good hustle, diving, falling to the ground, and saving possibly the first run of the game if we would have gotten another hit by Tampa right there. Let's go to the bottom of the third. We're still knotted up here at 0. Good job, Randy. We haven't really said that too often. It seems like sometimes, he's in, the game, and other times it seems like his mind is maybe somewhere else. But as long as he's focused, to the best of his ability, we're going to need that. Next up for the Mariners, third baseman today, Dylan Moore. Batting second in the 9-hole, shortstop, Leo Rivas. And we got to find a way to keep Leo on this roster, not to send him down. Once JP Crawford comes back, I don't know if Rivas will be, able to play just because there's limited positions for him to play unless you put him at DH. But maybe that's the answer. If it's not Justin Turner or Haniger at DH and you still want Rivas out there to, contribute, maybe moving him to DH once in a while could be the answer. And batting third, back at the top of the order, right fielder, Victor Robles. Let's go Mariners. Yeah, Jackson's not a good player, Toast. I mean, really, the only reason I brought it up is just because he was a former farm guy, Trade and waiver stuff already. Wow. Now that's one thing. Like I said, the only things that I have that are different than normal is that we're just going to do 1 week and 1 week for the playoffs instead of best of 2 weeks that we've done every year on the channel. Just because once you get to like that championship week, a lot of times all the guys that you have, aren't even playing, and you end up having a bunch of backups and then some starters, and then it's almost like luck if you end up winning the championship. So we want to take that aspect out of it, and we just have the skill part, go there. But we have no trades in our league, but many leagues do have trades. And again, I just feel with trades in certain leagues, people take advantage of people when they do that. Like usually you'll get someone that knows a lot and then someone that knows only a little, and then they try to fleece that person and to try to, build a super team. So I feel like if you're going to build a team, you got to draft well. And then if you don't draft well, you can pick up guys on the wire and try to build, a squad at that point. But hopefully the trades and the waiver moves work out for you in your league with the 12s. Bottom of the third, 0-0 Rays and Mariners. 2-2 pitch from Springs to Dylan Moore. Pitch is high and inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two pitch. Check swing, and that one goes foul. 3-2 call still as Demo tries to gain his composure here in the box. Come on, Demo. Paisley Pup in the studio. He's going to only have to have the cone for another day or two. And we're going to have a big heat wave here in Oregon where we're going to have 90 to 100 degree temperatures for about 4 days. So hopefully, by Thursday, everything will be healed up from her bug bite, spider bite, and then, we won't have to worry about the cone and whatnot, and she'll get back to her regular routine. Dylan Moore there with the walk. We'll take that. Next up, shortstop, Leo Rivas. Go, Leo. First pitch is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Rivas, line drive towards third base, foul. One pitch from Springs to Rivas. Crushes that one, foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 279 average. Slugging 328 in the last 29 games. I like what I'm seeing out of Leo Rivas. And we didn't really know what to expect from Leo when he came in, with J.P. Crawford in the injury, but I think he's surprised quite a few Mariner fans, and he's even won a game or 2 for us. So 15 singles, 1 double, and 1 triple. No home runs yet, so he is due, even though he is kind of a smaller type of hitter. Throw to first to Demo. Try to keep him honest as the crowd boos. 1 ball and 2 strikes. $72, huh? I mean, we've had some good 70 to 75 degree temperatures, in the last few days. But again, I think it's maybe our last heat wave. Big swing and a miss. And Rivas gets, strikeout and got caught stealing. And we are one of the best teams at stealing bags. We're number 1 in the American League, but we get called out there. Jose Caballero with the tag. 2 away. That was rough. Not ideal when you end up getting a strikeout and you get your guy, Demo, trying to steal second. He gets called out at the same play. Next up, right fielder, Victor Robles. First pitch to Robles is high. 1 ball and no strikes. Paisley. Robles, line drive all the way to left field. Good defense there by Lowe. And that is out number 3. Definitely a little slower paced matchup here today than what we're used to as of late. But again, sometimes you're going to have to find a way to win a 1-0, 2-1, or 3-2 kind of game, which it kind of feels it might be that, unless the bullpens both stink. And that could be possible too. And we might end up getting some runs late in the 6th inning and beyond. But so far, we're still here knotted up at 0, which is a little surprising. No one has got a hit through 3 innings on either team. Wild. See who's up next here for the Rays. Next up for Tampa, 0-for-1, leading off, Yandy Diaz. I'll put you on the thumb, but don't get any ideas of being a hero, Yandy. Batting second, third baseman, Junior Caminero. And batting third, one of their studs. Played right field yesterday, got a home run and a single. Left field today, Josh Lowe. And obviously he's one of the more all-around players that can do it offensively and defensively. Don't get any ideas. Josh, let's go, baby. All right, I'm going to get Paisley Pup some food here real quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's go, Mariners. Pitch in there for a strike in the top of the fourth, 0-0. Nobody with a hit yet. We're at 24. We need 6 more to get to 30. If you are in the room and haven't smashed the like button yet, please do. Only 6 more to get that second goal, and then we're on our way for the rest of the stream. And this game is flying by. We're only 56 minutes in, and the game is already halfway over, but we haven't gotten any hits yet. When is the hit train going to start here for Seattle? I mean, when's it going to start for Tampa? I mean, again, it might end up being once these pitchers go out, and it might be whoever's got the stronger bullpen is going to end up winning this game. And again, we need to take advantage of every game that the Astros lose. Thank you, Philadelphia Phillies. Again, if we want to be able to win the division or make the playoffs, we have to win games like this. Popped up into right field. Victor Robles is there. Now, nice little behind the back afterwards. Very cool to see Randy, Julio, and Victor out on defense together in the no-fly zone for the very first time. We would have got it a couple days ago if Robles didn't go for a bunt and get hit in the finger and then had to go out of the game. Then we would have been able to see him defensively a couple days ago. So I like what I'm seeing here. Next up for the Rays, Junior Caminero. Try to combine Jose Siri and Junior Caminero's name there. Top of the fourth, 0-0 Rays and Mariners. 0-1 pitch to Caminero. Big swing and a miss. Big whiff. Behind in the count, 0-2. Come on, Mariners. Dig deep. I mean, the pitching has been great on both sides. But who is going to open up this game? And we had a bunch of home runs yesterday, so it doesn't really feel like we're going to have a lot today. We might end up having one, from both teams. But it might be just like, hits and RBIs, and that's going to be the winner. Swing and a miss, throw to first, 2 away. There we go. At least the defense is on point. Down goes Junior. Next up, left fielder Josh Lowe. Got to really minimize the damage from him. Like, if they're going to end up getting on the board, it'll probably be Josh at some point in this game. First pitch from Gilbert to Lowe. On the corner for a strike. 0-1 count. Logan Gilbert, 3.2 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 0 walks, 5 Ks. And then with Springs, 3 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks. So it's 9 Ks total so far. Pitch is high and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Thank you for that like. We're at 25 now, 5 to go. 233 season average, 8 homers and 28 ribbies for Josh Lowe. 1-1 pitch. Pitch is outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one pitch. Slow roller. Get it, Polo. Get it, Polo. Fuck. So Polo ends up getting the ball, but then can't get up to make the throw. I'm not sure if I don't think that's an error on him, but, just another play that, if we had a second baseman that was better at defense, maybe they make that play. But, Polo dives, gets the baseball, get up. And he tries to transfer the baseball from the glove to the hand, but not even paying attention and looking down. I mean, essentially, you could call that an error. Come on, Polo. Again, I tried to praise you, that you've been getting a little bit better, but it seems like every 3-4 games, he ends up having a play. That's not an error. But again, I've seen a lot of second basemen make that play. Come on, man. Next up, DHing for Tampa, Christopher Morel. Popped up into right field. Victor Robles is there. and they leave one stranded, so they get the first hit of the game, but it doesn't lead to anything. Let's go to the bottom of the fourth and see if we can do some damage. Go Mariners. Come on now. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 1 with a K, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Come on, Julio. You are overdue. But at this point, we don't even need a home run. We just need you to get on base with a single or a double. Let's go, J-Rod. Batting second this inning, catcher, big dumper, Cal Raleigh, 0 for 1. And batting third, left fielder, Randy Arozarena, 0 for 1. Let's go, Mariners. Come on now. Yeah, I mean, if we're going to have someone, get a no-hitter, it's probably not going to be Logan Gilbert. It'll probably be more like a Brian Wu. Gilbert, normally is good, but again, his record isn't very good, and he normally doesn't get a whole lot of run support, and today it seems like another day. Again, 7-10 record, which is not good. ERA of 3.21, that is good. But again, right now, Gilbert, is probably our second best or third best right now, but I like the way that Wu and Miller have been pitching as of late, so, it might end up being, Wu 1, Miller 2 as of today, then Gilbert, then Kirby, and then Castillo. But, and we know that these guys can be rearranged in any order, but just as of late, Miller and Wu, even though those guys are normally considered the 4 and the 5, Miller at the 4 and Wu at the 5, they're pitching like they're the 1 and the 2. So, go to the bottom of the fourth, 0-0 Rays and Mariners. We're at 10:90 to go, and we're a few likes away from hitting 30. Let's get it, baby. Go, Julio. I don't know how many photos I need of you to be able to get going, but we need you. Come on now. One-0 pitch from Springs to Julio. Julio tries to go for a bunt and almost gets hit in the face. 2 balls and no strikes. I mean, whatever works. I mean, if that means Julio dropping down a bunt and he can get on first base, I'm okay with it. But that pitch is high and inside, and if Julio didn't move, he would have got hit in the head. 2-0 pitch from Springs to Julio. Big swing and a miss at some garbage low in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. I mean, Julio's got the speed to be able to get to first. There shouldn't be any type of ego from any type of player that they feel that they are above bunting. And regardless if you're, Shohei Ohtani or an Aaron Judge, if you lay the bunt down at the right time, it could be huge and game-changing, for any team. And I know Julio is not a guy that traditionally shows bunt or bunts at all, but, maybe that'll be something that he could add to his game. But he did show bunt for the first time. I've seen, he hasn't really done it a whole lot this season. That might have been his first time doing it. Now the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Julio. Too late to drop a bunt down now with the count full. .49 pitches in for Springs. Bottom of the fourth, 0-0 Rays and Mariners. A little bit different of an outing than the Bryce Miller 10K game yesterday. Big swing and a miss, and Julio can't hit the baseball if his life depended on it. Another strikeout. Next up, big dumper, catcher Cal Raleigh. Let's go, big dumper. Come on, Cal. Pitch right down the middle for a strike to Cal Raleigh. 0-1 count. 0 for 1 with a pop out in the first inning for Big Dumper. Pitch on the corner for a strike, behind in the count 0-2. Come on, Cal. You're due for a home run, baby. Let's go. 0-2 pitch. And he swings at some garbage like Julio did. Strike 3. Nice punch out by Springs. 2 away. Jeffrey Springs balling out there today. 1-2 record, an ERA of 4.50, but he's pitching like he's got an 8-2 record and an ERA of 3 or lower. Nice job by Jeffrey. 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch there for a strike to Randy Arozarena. 0-1 count. Oh, 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Nobody can touch the baseball on Springs today for whatever reason. 213 average, 17 homers, and 46 ribbies for Randy. Bottom of the fourth, 0-0. Rays and Mariners, nobody on with 2 outs. And Seattle doesn't even have a hit yet, but the Rays only have 1. Pitches outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Broken bat. There we go. Nice little bloop single by Randy Arozarena. There we go. Nice job, Randy. Sound like that bat snapped quite a bit, but we'll take that. Nice job, Randy. Gives us our first hit of the night with the broken bat. Next up, second baseman Jorge Polanco. Even though you didn't get charged with an error on that last defensive play where you dove, but then you ended up with the transfer, you dropped it. Let's see if Polo can make up for that defensive effort. Come on, Polo. All right, Megan, no worries. Ooh, Polo showing bunt. Interesting. I mean, I'm telling y'all, stealing bags and bunting, they're so instrumental in baseball. I mean, hell, even the Little League World Series won a championship by bunting on the last play, So, obviously they probably didn't think that the defender was going to throw to first and no one was there, but you ended up getting the guy that was at second all the way home, and they ended up winning the Little League World Series championship off a bunt. So, again, the sports gods are listening. They understand how important it is to bunt and to be able to efficiently drop that down. Bottom of the fourth, 0-0 Rays and Mariners. Runner at first, Randy Arozarena. 2 outs, 1-1 pitch from Springs to Polo. Pitch is low and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Let's go, baby. Mariner Moose is going to have to come out. 2-1 pitch. Polo popped up. Foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Maybe that's why we haven't got on the board yet. The Moose hasn't made an appearance yet. Normally we'll bring out the Moose when we're down late, but maybe we just need to have him show up, and then we can get it going here. All right, there he is. Come on, Maurice. Help the team out. 2-2 pitch. Foul back to the T-Mobile bricks and knocks over the padding. And I don't necessarily need a home run out of Polo, right? But we just need a nice base knock. 2-2 pitch from Springs to Polanco. Long look. Now time called by Polo. Two pitch. Big swing and a miss. And down goes Polo. Springs is pitching a magnificent game as a lefty. End of the fourth inning, 0-0, Rays and Mariners. And I imagine, hitters from both teams are saying, get Gilbert and fucking Springs out of the game so that way we can actually start hitting the baseball. But again, it's a pitching duel. both pitchers are wheeling and dealing, and we'll see whose bullpen is stronger. Probably the Rays, but hopefully we can still put up something as we get into these later innings. Top of the fifth, and we're knotted up at 0. Let's see who's up next for the Rays. Next up for the Rays, 0 for 1 with a K. Second baseman tonight, Jose Caballero, the former Mariner. Batting second, 0 for 1 with a K. Shortstop, Taylor Walls. And batting third, 0 for 1, right fielder, Johnny DeLuca. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, please do. We're trying to be able to get to 30 to 50 likes. Obviously, 100 in the donos. We're at 10, 90 to go. And let's just take a quick peek to see how close we are to 30. Where are we at? Oh, we're close, 26. So we only need 4 more to get to 30, and then it's just downhill from that point on. Now we're at 27. Thank you so much. 3 more to go to hit the goal, and then from there on, we'll be good to go somewhere between 30 and 50. Let's go, baby. And like I mentioned multiple times on the stream, make sure you guys are taking care of your mental health. Addiction, depression, anxiety, these are things that not only I've gone through, but I know some of y'all are going through it now, or maybe you have in the past. So if you're slipping into the darkness a little bit, make some minor adjustments to your daily routine, know your triggers, right? And understand, that you have to hold yourself accountable, which is one of the hardest things to do. Okay. So if you're not eating healthy, eat healthier, cut back on the fast food. If you're not exercising, exercise. Listen to 30 minutes of music, spend time with friends, family, and pets. And if you end up doing these basic things, you'll come out the other side a little bit faster and you'll be able to win the day. Big facts. Top of the fifth, 0-0 Rays and Mariners. Next up is Jose Caballero. Fouled behind the bricks to the T-Mobile sign. 0-1 count. Yeah, it's crazy. Not every game, is going to give you the electricity of 10 Ks like Bryce Miller and, getting multiple home runs for the Mariners, which is a little odd. And a lot of times when we have like an explosion, like the next game, we're a little off, like if you notice, and that kind of happens with a lot of teams, when you put up 5, 8, 9, 10, sometimes the next game you put up 3 or less. Unless you end up just wheeling and dealing and the right guys are hot at the right time in the order, or the pitching is just fucking terrible. 0-2 pitch. Pitch is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There we go. 1 more away. We're at 29. Lauren in the building. What's good? So I take it you don't do fantasy football, Lauren. Is that right? I didn't get a response back from you, but I figured that if that was something that you wanted to do, that you would have messaged. So, and again, I know you got the wifey, you got kids and whatnot. So obviously fantasy football isn't going to be for everyone. It takes a lot of time and effort to be able to compete with it. But hopefully you'll be our good luck charm here. Appreciate you, Lauren. Aaron and Moose, we in the building. Pitch in the zone for a strike, but called ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jose. So we got 1 spot to fill, and we'll see. We'll end up getting it filled either tonight or tomorrow. Time is called. 1 like away from 30. Let's go, baby. Top of the fifth, 0-0 Rays and Mariners. Caballero 0 for 1. Full count, 3-2 pitch from Gilbert to Caballero. Slow roll dribbler towards third base, foul. Count remains 3-2. Three-two pitch. Chopper towards third base, foul. Raul Ibanez, baby. I'll see you. Seven Ks for Springs, 5 for Gilbert. Only 1 hit apiece for each team. Kind of reminds me of one of those games earlier in the year where it was like this, but we haven't seen a game like this in a minute. And really, the bullpen, whoever is stronger there, if we end up pitching like shit, this game could slip through our fingers. And with the Astros losing to the Phillies today, I don't care if we have to win ugly 1-0, but we need to win. That one chopped behind the plate foul. Count remains 3-2. Jose wheeling and dealing and battling. He's already on his 9th or 10th pitch here in this at-bat. Strike his ass out, Logan. Three-two pitch. Got him. Way to bring that electricity, baby. Nice job, Logan. You had to earn that one. 10 pitches. Stetson's finest. Let's get it. 6 Ks for Logan now. 1 away from Walls. Or Springs, excuse me. First pitch to Walls, outside for a strike. 0-1 count. Oh for 1 with a strikeout in the second for Taylor Walls. I'm ready for some hits and home runs, damn it. Pitch is high and inside. Like, I do appreciate defense a lot in sports. Like, my favorite thing. I love linebackers. I love safeties. I love catchers. I just love the defensive aspect. But also, we need a little offense. Again, this is getting a little ridiculous. We're already halfway through the game, and we only have 1 hit apiece. It's like everyone's kind of going through the motions, and you want to appreciate the good pitching that we're getting instead of each pitcher getting fucked up. But again, there has to be a little bit of a balance of like, okay, the pitching is great, but we still need RBIs, hits, home runs to kind of keep the juices going, It's like, I don't think the fans are falling asleep, but, we need something to happen. There we go. At the knees, Logan Gilbert. There we go. 7 Ks apiece for Gilbert and Springs, baby. It's a pitcher's duel. Next up for the Rays, right fielder Johnny DeLuca. First pitch to DeLuca for a strike. $66 pitches for Gilbert. Now 67. And Springs is right there with him at 63. So, like I said, they're both, pitching almost an identical game right now. It's just that the hitters can't really do anything. And again, we ended up having 5 runs yesterday, but I don't think we expected it to be like this. Top of the 5th, 0-0 Rays and Mariners. Johnny DeLuca in the box with a 1-2 count from Logan Gilbert. 1-2 pitch. Line drive, and there's a hit into left field to Randy Arozarena. That's going to be a stand-up double for Johnny DeLuca. MSU in the building. What's good? 2-out double there from Johnny DeLuca. Shout out to the Raid. Next up, center fielder Jose Siri. Top of the 5th, 0-0 Rays and Mariners. Runner at second with 2 outs. Nothing that Demo could do at third base over his head. And hopefully we can get out of this inning. Well, now we're having a little mound visit here with Cal and Logan. Let's go, baby. Finish strong. Last night with runners in scoring position, the Rays were only 0 for 1. Mariners were 2 for 7. Again, you want that number to be a little bit higher, but 0 for 1 is crazy. But we definitely dominated yesterday with 10 Ks with Bryce Miller. It was Miller time, baby. Pitch there in the zone for a strike to Jose Siri, who didn't play yesterday, as well as Yandy Diaz, and that's probably a big part of it too. 0 for 1 with a line out in the third for Jose. Now it seems like the energy is starting to get a little bit better. Obviously, these pitchers aren't slowing down one bit, but we need to get out of this inning. We don't want to be the team that gives up that first run with that momentum. Top of the fifth, 0-0, runner at second, 2 outs, 0-2 count from Gilbert to Siri. Pitch is high and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch on the corner. 8th strikeout, baby. Let's go. Nice job. Way to get out of the inning. We leave one stranded there for the Rays. Go to the bottom of the 5th. We're still knotted up here at 0. Let's go. Nice job, Walter. Get it done. Not slipping up just yet. Stetson's finest. Let's get it. See who's up next here for the Seattle Mariners. 2 hits for the Rays, 1 for the Mariners. No errors for each team. Something's got to give. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 0 with a base on ball, first baseman Justin Turner. Batting second, 0 for 1 with the K, DHing for Seattle, Mitch Haniger. And batting third in the 8-hole, third baseman, 0 for 0 with a base on ball, Demo Dylan Moore. Let's go Mariners. What's good, MSU? Let's see where we're at right now. All right, we're at 33. 7 more to get to 40. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, please do. Now we're at 34. 6 more to go to hit that 40 number. And that's one of those numbers that we want to hit somewhere between 40 and 50 before the game is over. And especially if the game gets kind of exciting late, we'll definitely get a little bit of a boost in viewership. Oh, really? Tornadoes, huh? Wow. Stay safe out there. Awesome. Congratulations, dude. And again, for small market teams, again, some people, don't care. But again, I always appreciate, loyal fans. Not everyone is going to be able to be a Yankee or Dodger fan or a Braves fan. And, it definitely is going to mean more to someone that is, a hardcore fan of a team that goes through the ups and the downs, as a small market team compared to some of the others. And congratulations on that, man. Bottom of the 5th, 0-0, Rays and Mariners. 1-0 pitch from Springs to Justin Turner. Let's go, JT. Pitch is outside. Should have been called a ball, but called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to JT. Pitch in there for a strike, but is it called ball? Yes, it is. 2 balls and 1 strike. MSU, did you see that ump yesterday? There was an ump that ended up having one of the highest graded outings in 2024. I think he only got 1 pitch wrong yesterday. I wonder if I ended up saving it or not. Can't remember his name, but I looked at the graphic. But everything that was a ball was called ball, and I think there was only one strike that was off. That was a ball that he called strike, but it was 98%, much better, than Angel Hernandez or a lot of these other umps that we've been seeing on a daily basis. Pretty impressive. Throw to first. on that slow roll dribbler by JT, one away. Yep. Yeah, definitely good, man. Congrats on that. Just got to keep grinding. Next up for the Mariners, DHing in the 7-hole, Mitch Haniger. Let's go, Mitch. You want to be a hero? We could really use you right now. Somebody's got to bring that electricity to the lineup. Hanny. Foul ball towards third base. 0-1 count. 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the second. Come on, Mariners. We need to start a rally. 2 hits for the Rays, only 1 for the Mariners, and we have to be lucky that the game is still at 0. Check swing. Did he go? He did. Behind in the count, 0-2. But we got 8 Ks for Logan Gilbert, and we got 7 for Springs. So it's definitely a pitcher's duel today. But I'm ready for the bats to open up, and we're just going to have to wait another inning, and they should. 6th, 7th, 8th inning. You know, maybe not the 6th, but 7th, 8th, and 9th, we should be able to get some more production, you would think. Bottom of the 5th with nobody on, 1 out. Springs, 72 pitches in. 1-2 pitch to Haniger. Popped up, foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Come on, Mitch. Big swing and a miss. Down goes Haniger. And both of these pitchers have 8 Ks each. Wild. We actually might get 10 Ks from each pitcher before these guys exit next inning. Wild. I mean, if they go for a perfect inning, they'll both let you be at 11. But he's still got 1 more out here to be able to get 9. Crazy. Oh, Angel Hernandez called the game? No way. First pitch out of the zone to Demo. 1-0 count. Come on, Dylan. Come on, Mariners, wake up. Because this is going to end up being a heartbreaker if the Rays end up winning 1-0 on the same night where we need the Astros to lose as much as possible. They're playing the Phillies, so obviously that's a good opportunity for the Phillies to win. They did, but again, we need to capitalize on our end. Big swing and a miss behind in the count now, 1-2, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's go, baby. 1-2 pitch. Pitch is high and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're at 10, 90 to go, and we're approaching the 40-like number. You guys are awesome. Only a few more to go. 6 more to go to be able to get to 40. Let's get it, baby. 2-2 pitch from Springs to Demo. Got him. Big punch out. Slicing and dicing. 9 Ks for Springs, 8 for Gilbert. Golly. So if Springs retires the side in the 6th, he'll be at 12. If he gets 2, he'll be at 11. If he gets 1, he'll be at 10. So probably a very good possibility that Springs gets to 10, but Gilbert will have to strike out 2 out of 3 to get to 10 as well. 73 pitches for Logan, 79 for Springs. I mean, it's been literally a pitching duel. Not a whole lot of action from the hitters here today. 2 hits total for Tampa Bay and only 1 for Seattle. So we got Lowe and DeLuca with hits for Tampa. And the only hit for us is Randy Arozarena with a little bloop single on a broken bat. And that is it. Wild. Well, we're lucky that we don't see games like this every night. You know, we need a little bit more offense than this. And I think we're going to get it once the starting pitching goes out. But it also depends if they pitch into the 7th inning or if they go out in the 6th. But at this point, why would you have a guy go out when both of them are wheeling and dealing like this? I mean, hell, if Springs ends up pitching through the 7th, you might end up having like 13 or 14 Ks. So we'll see what they do strategy-wise. Next up for the Rays, 0 for 1, catcher Alex Jackson, former farm player for the Mariners. Never really made any leeway with us or headway. Batting second at the top of the order, first baseman Yandy Diaz. And batting third in the 2-hole, third baseman Junior Caminero. Let's go Mariners. Wake up, baby. Wake up. Vamos, Mariners. Got another like now, 35. Let's go, baby. 5 more to go. 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs. Logan Gilbert balling out, but Springs as well. 0-1 pitch to Alex Jackson. 0-for-1 with a line out in the third. Logan, 0-1 pitch. That one crushed into right field. Uh-oh. All the way to the warning track. Victor Robles is there, thank God. 1 away. I got nervous there for a second. The last thing that you want is their literally shittiest player to hit a home run in the 9-hole, right? And then all of a sudden we lose the game and lose all the Uncle Mo and momentum. So thank God that stayed in play. Next up, first baseman Yandy Diaz. Yeah, I'll handle it. Pitch is low and into the dirt, 1-0 count. Five more likes to 40, 90 more to go to hit the dono goal. 0-for-2, ground out and fly out to Yandy Diaz. 1-0 pitch. Pitch in the zone or a strike, even though it was right there on the line. Probably should have been called ball if we're being honest. 1 ball and 1 strike to Yandy Diaz. One pitch. Diaz popped up. And that one goes into the 5th row, bounces into the 2nd row. And that fan gets that nice foul ball. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Top of the 6th, 0-0 Rays and Mariners. 1-2 pitch from Gilbert to Diaz. Pitch is low and at the knees and into the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch. And it's crazy too, because if you end up watching this Mariner team, usually when we have Victor Robles, leading off, when he gets a hit in one of his first 2 at-bats, that's when we start rolling. But if he doesn't get a hit to start off the game, sometimes it ends up like this. Same thing with J.P. Crawford and Julio in 2022 and 2023 at the 1 and the 2-hole. When those guys get going early, the Mariners get going. But when they don't get going right away, then you end up getting a hit right up the middle past Polo and Rivas. Yandy Diaz with a single to center. Three hits now for Tampa, only 1 for Seattle. Next up, third baseman Junior Caminero. Come on, Mariners. Let's go, baby. Definitely a lot slower paced game that we've had in a long, long time. But again, we have to find a way to dig this one out. We can't lose when the Astros lose. When they lose, we have to win if we want to be able to catch up. 0-for-2 with 2 strikeouts for Junior Caminero. Top of the 6th, 0-0. Runner at first. Yandy Diaz, 1 out. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss for Junior. Behind in the count now, 0-2. Smoke him. Let's go. Oh, 2 pitch. Line drive. God damn it. Randy cuts it off. And luckily, that only ends up being a single. And you got guys at first and second. That could have been really bad. Good defense there by Randy by not letting that ball get behind him. Otherwise, we'd be down 1-0 right now. Oh, we need a double play fucking bad. Logan's starting to lose a little bit of his control and a little bit of his velocity here. Good thing for Randy getting that off of one hopper. Next up is left fielder Josh Lowe. Ended up having a single and a home run yesterday against us. Don't hit a home run. Don't get an RBI. We got to find a way to get a double play here. Come on, Mariners. Pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 count. This might be the key, point in the game where if we can get out of this inning, maybe we win. But if we don't, this might be the point where we lose. Come on, Logan. 0-1 pitch to Josh Lowe. Big swing and a miss behind him, the count 0-2. I like that, baby. Come on now. Mariner Moose needs to make an appearance. Let's go. We need to rally. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Come on, Seattle. Give me something to cheer about. 87 pitches for Logan. 1-2 pitch to Lowe. Pitch is low at the knees into the dirt. And a good stop by using Cal Raleigh's chest there to smother it into the dirt. Logan definitely losing a little bit of control on that slider. This might, I don't know. We'll see if this ends up being his last inning. It feels like if we put him out there in the 7th, that's when he's going to give up runs and hits. But again, you could say the same for whoever comes into the game. Pitch is high, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Logan, come on now. If you end up getting a walk here and we have bases loaded, now this is a real big stretch in the game where, this could be really bad or really good for the Mariners. Big pitch, biggest pitch of the game right here. 3-2 count, and he steps off the mound. Thank God that wasn't a balk. Fuck. But I think that he can strike him out here. Even though he's looked a little shaky in these last couple batters. Come on, Logan. Let's go, baby. Bring in that. Yes! Before that Logan pitch. After that Logan pitch. Let's go. Yes, sir. Big punch out, but we're not out of the woods yet. We still got runners at first and second with 2 outs. We got one more guy to worry about, the former Cub, Christopher Morel. Don't think about anything crazy, Christopher. Get on the same page here with your pitches. Come on now. Let's go. If you're just tuning in, it's the top of the 6th, 0-0, runners at first and second with 2 outs, and it's been a pitcher's duel. We only have 4 hits for Tampa Bay, 1 for Seattle, but we were both at 1-1 until this inning. Logan Gilbert, 5.2 innings pitched, 4 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 9 Ks, 90 pitches. And then Springs on Tampa, 5 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, 2 walks, and 9 Ks. So we got 18 Ks between these 2 pitchers, 9 apiece. And it's been a minute where we had a pitcher's duel like this. 1-0 count to the former Cub, Christopher Morel. Don't get any fucking ideas, Christopher. We got to grind this out. Let's go. 194 average, 21 homers, and 55 ribbies. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. 1 ball and 1 strike. So with Morel, it's either a strikeout or a big home run. But runners in scoring position, not good. 187, 8 homers, and 38 ribbies. So, he still has the ability to do something big, but hopefully we can get an easy pop-up or a strikeout. Right down the middle. Big pitch right there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good pitch by Logan. Let's go, baby. Crowd, stand up and cheer. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get this 10th K. 1-2 pitch. Gilbert to Morel. Pitches low and into the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And we can taste that 10th K. We got 10 Ks out of Bryce Miller yesterday, and we're looking for 10 Ks out of Logan Gilbert here as well. Let's go, Logan. Let's go. It's been a long time since we've had back-to-back pitchers with 10 Ks, baby. 2-2 pitch with runners at first and second. Popped up and fading foul. Back about 10 rows back behind the Mariner dugout. Count remains 2-2. We got JT Chagua in the pen, who's been pretty good. Considering Jimmy Garcia is injured, Santos is injured as well. We've had some bad luck with injuries this year with JP and Julio and a few others. 2-2 pitch. Pitch is outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. This is the pitch of the game right here. If you end up walking him, bases loaded. If you end up giving up a big home run, the game is over. And if you get a big RBI here, the momentum is shifted. So this is really crucial here. We got to get out of this inning. Get him out. Punch him out. You can do it. 10 Ks. You can do it. 3-2 pitch. Fuck yeah. Let's go. Hell yeah. 10 Ks for our ace. Let's go. Hell yeah. Back-to-back 10 Ks. And again, he really had to earn that because, you definitely could have taken him out if we had someone like Matt Brash waiting in the wings. It kind of felt like it was slipping away, out of his fingers a little bit. But again, 4 hits for the Rays, no runs, no errors. 1 hit for the Mariners, no runs, no errors. Again, 10 Ks for Logan Gilbert, 9 for Springs, but Springs has a chance now to get himself 10 as well, but if he ends up striking out the side, he'll be at 12. But once both of these pitchers go out, then the real game begins. Let's go. Back-to-back 10K games. And again, we used to do these type of electric performances in 2022 and 2023, but 10Ks is very hard to get. Just like in MLB, I think I looked at it like 5 days ago. I believe at 5 days ago, there was only 10 players in Major League Baseball that were batting 300 or more. 10! That's wild. It shows you it is a pitching league now. But again, great performance there by Logan Gilbert to give us a chance to try to win this game. All right, let's see who's up next here for the Mariners, and hopefully we can at least get a hit or 2. So that way Springs doesn't get 10 as well. He's at 9. Leading off for the Mariners, 0 for 1 with a K in the bottom of the 6th. Let's be a hero today, Leo Rivas. Batting second, right fielder, Victor Robles. Hey, maybe drop the bunt. And batting third, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. You've been struggling very, very much so. And again, stop trying to hit a home run on every goddamn fucking at-bat. Just try to help your team out and by, getting singles. Singles are the way to go. Again, and I feel like he presses so hard on every big swing. He's trying to hit a home run, and that's something that he needs to work on. Chasing pitches inside and getting jammed. Swinging at garbage outside. For a guy that might end up being a Hall of Famer, he definitely has gone backwards in his 3rd year. Great in his 1st year, Rookie of the Year. Great last year, 30-30, 30 home runs, 30 stolen bags. And then this year, he looks like a player that should be in AAA, if we're really being honest. He doesn't look good. And again, I do like his defense. Most of the time, stealing bags, he's good, but he has been a little unfocused this year and has been called out a few times that he wouldn't have in previous years. So, and he's had a couple injuries that haven't helped him either, just like JP Crawford. But I mean, if you're going to be the face of the franchise and we're going to give you $1 billion fucking dollars, you need to fucking play like it, right? We already fucked up by giving Garver and Polo like 10, 11 million a year. The last thing that we need is for, Julio to be a bust, or be a player that just is like, okay. You don't pay a guy to be the face of the franchise, in his first 2 years to have him there for 10 or 15 or 20 to be like this. He needs to be much better. Rivas chops that one foul, 2 balls and 2 strikes, and now we got a new pitcher in there for Tampa, which is surprising. They had Springs at 9 Ks, and they didn't go with him. And they bring in Yosetta. So So we go from a lefty to a righty, so I think now we'll probably start to rake now. But I don't know if I believe in Leo at this at-bat. Maybe the next time around in like the 8th or the 9th. And I think Leo should have dropped the bunt down in this at-bat, and he takes a strike 3 looking. This would have been a great at-bat in the 9-hole to lead off with a bunt. But again, I'm not managing this team, but I do like Dan Wilson more than Scott Service. Next up, right fielder, Victor Robles. Drop a bunt down, Victor. I know he's probably afraid, though, because the last time he tried to drop a bunt, he almost broke his finger. So I don't know if we're going to see Victor drop bunts down the rest of the year. Victor! Victor! Yes! There we go. There we go. Well, it is also a baseball, and it's the hardest sport to play. You know, hitting a baseball is very difficult. Nice job by Victor Robles with that little blooper. We'll take that. Same thing with Randy Arozarena. Same type of little bloop single. Now let's see if we can add on to this. Next up is Julio Rodriguez. But I don't think Julio is going to be a bust. I know haters of the Mariners, want to be like, yeah, he's terrible. He's never going to get better. He will get better. You know, the team will get better. And again, we just need to be able to have the right players in the right batting order. And again, when we end up getting 4 runs or more, our record is 54-11. We're dominant. When we get to 5 runs with this pitching staff that's top 2, top 3, right? With Castillo, Miller, Wu, Kirby, and Gilbert, we're 44-4. 44-4. We don't lose when we score runs. So that's the problem. And if we can ever get to a point where we can score 4 or 5 runs, on a consistent basis, and be like 15th in hitting instead of 30th, we might be able to make a World Series, like no joke. ALCS. If we end up being top 10 in hitting with this pitching staff, we'll probably win the World Series. And I'm not saying that's going to happen this year, next year, or even sometime in the next few. But again, if we can ever be top 10 in hitting and have the top 2, top 3 pitching staff, we're going to be able to go all the way. But again, we have a long ways to go. First, we just need to go from 30th to like 20th, and then from 20th to like 15th in hitting. And then hopefully one day we'll be able to see that, and then we'll be able to compete, on a regular basis with teams like the Yankees, the Orioles, the Guardians, the Twins, the Royals, the Red Sox, and everybody else in between in the American League, as well as the Astros and Rangers. Pitches high, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. And a big part of Julio striking out and being so piss poor is he gets into 0-2 counts more than anybody. It's very hard to be able to hit on an 0-2 count unless you have discipline like Ichiro, Tony Gwynn, Rod Carew, Pete Rose, and obviously Julio swings at fucking everything. So, it's something that I don't know if he needs to be in the cage a little bit more, but I think that his effort, you need to put out more effort watching film and maybe, putting in more time in the cage. If that means doing an hour in the cage before the game, maybe that's something that he needs to do. And I highly doubt that he's doing that. He's like, I'm Julio. I'm an all-star, and he knows he's struggling this year, but I don't know if he's really doing everything in his power, to get better. I haven't seen it this year. Appreciate that, Cat King. And Julio strikes out looking. All right, Cat King, take care. Appreciate you. And I agree to that, too. When he swings, he's always off balance, like he almost falls down. I 100% agree with you on that, too. He's always off balance, and it seems like when he swings and misses on pitches outside, if he doesn't catch himself, he would fall down to a knee or all the way on the ground. And you're not supposed to do that. And that's what shows me he's trying to hit a home run on every fucking swing. And, I don't want to say he's a dumb player, because I don't think he's dumb. I like him a lot. But again, you need to fucking learn, and I don't know if that means getting Ichiro, being there with Edgar and telling him, that not to swing, on certain pitches and whatnot. But it's frustrating, especially with all our hitting woes. The last thing that we need is our face of our, franchise, not being able to fucking hit. Next up is Big Dumper Cal Raleigh, a guy that can hit, a guy that is clutch, and has been the best player on the Mariners in 2024. Stolen bag. There we go. Number 1 in stolen bases in the American League. Seattle Mariners. Nice job. Yeah, I think Edgar needs to work with Julio more than just a few hours. We're talking like a lot of work. You know what I mean? But again, you can definitely tell the people, that have that Kobe mentality, the Mamba mentality, where they're willing to do whatever it takes, when the cameras aren't rolling to get better. And I don't think Julio is that guy. At least he's not this particular year. And hopefully one day he'll embrace it. And that understanding that work ethic will make you a better player. But if he never, puts in the extra work, we're never going to hit Julio's full potential. He'll never be a Hall of Famer, and he won't be an all-star every year. And again, if that's the goal that he has, to be an all-star every year and to be a Hall of Fame player, get to fucking work. You got to put in that work when people aren't watching. Bottom of the sixth, 0-0. Rays and Mariners, runner at second. Victor Robles with 2 outs. 2-2 count to Cal Raleigh. Let's go, Big Dumper. Pitches outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fucking A, boot camp, for sure. Come on, baby. Cal Raleigh is due for a home run, in this series. Either this series or in the next series against the Angels, but he's overdue. Same thing with Julio. We got quite a few guys that are due for a homer. And that's a walk. We'll take that. Runners at first and second. And I'm very confused why they took out Springs. Springs was wheeling and dealing. If it was me and I was the manager of Tampa, noticing that the Mariners only had 1 hit, why would you take Springs out? It's not like he was at 100 pitches. Springs was at 79 pitches. That's what you call a dumbass manager. You keep that guy in there. He was at 9 Ks, 1 hit, only 2 walks. Right? 79 pitches. He could have went for 2 more innings. Hell, Springs could have went into the 8th. Idiot. Well, I'm glad they did that, and hopefully we can capitalize here. But that was a real dumb decision. That was a Scott Service decision there by the Rays, but hopefully we can make them pay here. Next up for the Mariners, Randy Arozarena. Hey, 3-run blast, just like he did yesterday. We'll take that. Now, Uceda has 20 pitches in this inning alone. Yeah, Scott Service must have taken over for Tampa Bay. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. That shit makes me so pissed off when I see a guy, having an opportunity to get to 10 Ks. Go, 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 go. Yes! Wild pitch as he steals third. Victor Robles, 1-0 Mariners. There we go. And that's why, the Mariners are so good at stealing bags. We have to bunt and we have to steal bags to be able to find a way to manufacture runs, because obviously we can't hit a lot of home runs. We're not a very good hitting team, so we have to find other ways. Hit by pitch, bunt, stealing bags, and then to have him go from first to second, second to third, and then ended up being a wild pitch. That's why you end up bunting, because you never know when the throw to first or the throw to third is wild, and you end up getting a cheap 1-0 lead. Let's go Mariners. Fuck yeah. Let's go. The game got exciting now based off the manager fuck up by pulling out Springs. What an idiot. And I guarantee Rays fans are talking about it right now. Like, what the fuck are we doing? We could have beat this team. We had them in control. We had them on our finger. And then you just fucked it all up by bringing Uceda in. But I'm thankful they did. Because let's be honest, if Springs was still in the game, he probably would have got to 10 or 11 Ks. He was at 9. He probably would have struck out 2, and then maybe we got like a pop-up or, a ground out on the other play. But we probably wouldn't be at 1-0 if we're really being honest. Big swing and a miss. Down goes Randy. We keep one stranded. But hey, 1-0 isn't enough, but based on how the game was going up to this point, we'll take it. All right? 1-0 Mariners. All right? They got 0 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. We got 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. And again, normally we don't feel comfortable unless we get to 4 and beyond. When we score 1 to 3 runs, we're terrible. We have like 4 wins and like 40 plus losses. But if we end up continuing the trend, this might be one of those games where we get our 5th win when we score only 1 to 3 runs. It's possible. Let's go, baby. But we might have an explosion depending on what happens, here in these last few innings, especially if they're going to continue to bring out new pitchers. So let's go. Hell yeah. Better late than never, baby. Finally, the game got exciting. All right, so Logan Gilbert, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 10 Ks, 97 pitches in. I don't think I would bring him back out. As much as I love Logan Gilbert, if you're looking at the pitch count, 97, he already started to lose a little bit of confidence and control. So I think it would be a mistake to bring in Logan Gilbert back out, which they won't. And they're going to bring in JT Chargois. And we don't really know what JT will do. He might fuck up. But again, it probably is a better chance to be able to do something good rather than having a tired Logan Gilbert trying to keep going for one more inning. So let's go, baby. Let's get it done. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, please fucking do. Next up for the Rays, Jose Caballero, the former Seattle Mariner. 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Let's make it 0 for 3. Batting second, shortstop, Taylor Walls. And batting third, right fielder in the 7-hole, Johnny DeLuca. Let's go, Mariners. All right, we're 2 likes away from 40. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, please do. Now we're at 39. One more to hit 40, and we want to hit 40 to 50 for the stream, and then we're just going downhill from there, obviously, with the numbers. So appreciate you guys. One more to hit the goal to hit 40. Let's go. Yeah, but you have to understand this isn't the 80s and 90s when guys would pitch complete games. And even if some guys got pulled early or pulled late, you have to look on how they pitched in the previous inning to have confidence that they can do more. And realistically, I don't think Logan Gilbert would have gotten any more Ks, based off if he came out in this particular inning. Maybe pop-ups and ground outs, or maybe they end up getting a home run or a couple hits or an RBI. So, this isn't the same type of baseball, that people watched back in the day. So, fade it or not, it would have been a mistake to bring Logan back out. Top of the 7th, 1-0 Seattle. Next up is Taylor Walls. A big part about being a good manager is knowing when to pull a guy and when to keep him in there. And a lot of managers aren't good at it. Good frame job there by Cal Raleigh. JT Chargois ahead of the count to Taylor Walls. No balls and 2 strikes. Smoke his ass. 0-2 pitch. Pitch is low and into the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jerry, appreciate you. We got to 40. Appreciate you, Jerry. One-two pitch. I mean, it does suck that we don't have Jimmy Garcia or Gregory Santos or Matt Brash for that matter. We haven't had them all year, but we have to be able to just go with who we have. And I think I like JT more than like Thornton or both, or definitely not Taylor Saucedo. Pitch inside, 3 balls, 2 strikes, but called strike 3. Wow, terrible call. Was that Angel Hernandez? Must have been. That was like 2 feet off the plate. Terrible call. But JT and the Mariner fans will take it. Wow. I feel bad for Walls there. Next up, right fielder Johnny DeLuca. Let's go Mariners. Pitches outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Appreciate you, Jerry, helping us get that number going. Now we just have to see if we can get to the final goal. Will be 50, and we're at 40. So we're at 10 more to go to get to 50 in 3 innings. And depending on how the flow of the game goes, we might be able to get there. Santos is injured. Santos is on the 15-day IL, September 6th return. Jimmy Garcia maybe September 20th, but he'll probably be done for the year. So we're not going to have probably Santos or Garcia really at all until that time period. So And then J.P. Crawford, estimated timetable will be August 30th, which is in a few days. And he could be back after this series is over. He's had a couple practice game simulations looking pretty good. Pitches inside, 3 balls and 1 strike. Whoa! Said he went around. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Johnny DeLuca. We're getting a little bit of help from the umps here. Let's go, JT. Two-two pitch to DeLuca. Line drive. Fuck. Over Leo Rivas' head into Randy Arozarena in left field. Nice single for the Tampa Bay Rays. All right, DeLuca, I see you. Next up, center fielder 0 for 2 with a K, Jose Siri. Pitch in the zone for a strike. 0-1 count to Jose Siri. Come on, baby. Throw to first. Trying to keep DeLuca honest. He is safe. Siri 0 for 2 with a line out and a strikeout. 194 average, 16 homers, and 41 ribbies for Siri. So we should be able to get out of this, you would think. 0-1 pitch from Chagua to Siri on the corner for a strike. And you know what's really crazy? The big notable moves at the deadline were, Randy Arozarena and Justin Turner. And obviously, Jimmy Garcia was a much bigger name than JT Chagua. But who would have thought the last guy in the trade deadline might end up being one of the more valuable pieces late in the year? Because I don't think anyone anticipated Santos and Garcia being hurt at this point. But thank God, JT is there, because I don't trust Austin Voth. I don't trust Trent Thornton. I don't trust Taylor Saucedo. Hell, I don't trust any of them. Really, the only other guy I think I trust at this point is that new heater pitcher, Troy Taylor. I like him. He pitches about 95 to 100. He's raw, but you can tell that he's got the it factor. He's got the swag, and, he's got the oomph in his pitches. And we might see him in the 8th inning or possibly the 9th. 0-2 pitch. Slow dribbler, foul. Count remains 0-2. But I think those are really the only guys at this moment, besides Andres Munoz in the 9th, that I really, really like. Taylor's got that it factor. He just got to, make sure he's got his control. But we don't have anyone else that's pitching 95 to 100 with that type of anger on the mound. And I like it. We need that fire and that intensity. JT is just calm, cool, and collected like a cucumber. 0-2 pitch from JT Chagua to Jose Siri. Throw to first. He is safe. Vamos, Mariners. Let's go, baby. We're at 10, 90 to go on the dono train. And we're at 40, 10 more to get to 50. 0-2 pitch. Popped up. Stay in play. Fuck. That one goes out of play for a souvenir. Foul. Count remains 0-2. But the way that JT is pitching, he's pitching with confidence. He's not tired like Logan would have been. I really think if we would have brought Logan out in this inning, it wouldn't have been good. There would have been a really good chance for them to, tie the game up or take the lead. Now we just got to punch out Siri. Let's go. Punch him out. 0-2 pitch. It's to center field. It's hit deep. You got to be fucking shitting me. Back. Gone. Goodbye. 2-1 Tampa. You got to be fucking shitting me. Unbelievable. One bad pitch, and then now we're down 2-1. Fuck. Unbelievable. Obviously Logan Gilbert could have had the same thing happen to him, but that's unbelievable right there. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Jesus Christ. And that's kind of the thing for us too, where sometimes the guy pitches great and only has one bad pitch, but that one bad pitch turns into a fucking home run more times than not against the Mariners. Alex Jackson, why couldn't that have fucking happened the last inning? Fuck. And now we're down 2-1 and we might lose the game, but I still think we have a chance to tie it up and we might be able to win 3-2 in 10 or maybe 3-2 in 9, but not good. And JT pitched an amazing inning besides that one fucking bad pitch. And it wasn't like right down the middle. It was kind of like outside, and it just got pulled enough for a home run. But I guess that's just a bad luck on our end, huh? Well, hopefully the bats can light up here for Seattle. 2-1 Tampa. Jesus Christ. But at least it wasn't, on the bright side, at least it wasn't like a 3-run blast or a grand salami. Then we would have lost for sure. But now we're only down 1, where it still feels like we can come back. It doesn't feel like, oh, it's over. It feels like, okay, that hurt. That one was like a punch to the nuts or like an uppercut to the chin, right? But we'll see. Let's see who's up here next for Seattle. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 2 with 2K, second baseman Jorge Polanco. Batting second, 0 for 1 with a base on ball, first baseman Justin Turner. And batting third, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, DHing Mitch Haniger. So I'm thinking, if this is me, I'm thinking that we probably need to substitute in Luke Raley. You know, if we get Luke Raley to have an at-bat or two, that might be a difference maker. Maybe a Dominic Canzone, and maybe a Josh Rojas. So, obviously as we get into these last couple innings, look for some pinch hitters to maybe come in to see if they can do something here late in the matchup. Look for Luke Raley, Josh Rojas, and Dominic Canzone to get a chance. Man, that's rough. Can't believe that fucking happened. All right, we're at 42, 8 more to get to 50. Like, sub, donate, comment, share, and we're at 10, 90 to go for the dono goal. Let's go, baby. All right, the Rays bringing in another pitcher now. They go from lefty, righty, back to lefty. So obviously that's going against the grain if we were going to bring in, Rojas or Raley. But just because it's a lefty on lefty doesn't mean that you can't get a hit. Rojas proved that you can still do that. We got to stop, thinking that only left-handed pitchers have to go to right-handed batters. Fuck all that. If you feel confidence in a lefty hitter against a lefty pitcher, put him out there, especially if the righties have been doing shit today, right? Stop, doing what everyone else does and be brave and go against the grain, And it's not like the righties have done a good job today. We only have 2 fucking hits. Let's go. 1-1 pitch to Polo. Pitch there in the zone for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Big swing and a miss. Down goes Polo. 1 away. Next up for the Mariners, first baseman Justin Turner. 0 for 1 with a base on ball. Come on, Turner. Need that electricity, baby. Turner popped up. Fade foul. Good. Thank God. That could have been caught. 0-1 count. Vamos, Mariners. Anna has the right idea. Let's go. Pitch is high, out of the zone, 1 ball and 1 strike. Fairbanks, our closer, is out for the year, so that definitely will help us. Pitches inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Come on, JT. Come on now. But it shows you how important it is to get to 4 runs, 7 to 10 hits. You know, and the Mariners' record is just ridiculous when we can get to those numbers. 54 wins, 11 losses when we get to 4 runs. When we get to 5, 44-4. That's number 1 in MLB. You know, again, with our pitching staff, if we could just figure out how to hit, we're unstoppable. I mean, we're not going to lose. But that's the problem. You know, we have so many games where we play really, really good, and then we have a couple games where we play like shit before we get good again. It's all about consistency. Bottom of the 7th, 2-1 Rays. 1 out, 2-2 pitch to Justin Turner. Got him. Big swing and a miss. 2 away. Next up, DHing for the Mariners, Mitch Haniger. I think I would rather have Luke Raley in right now, or maybe Josh Rojas, but maybe Henny can be the hero. You know, we've seen him have a couple walk-offs for us, you know, and sometimes it's the least likely guy to come up big. You know, maybe Henny gets an unexpected home run or some kind of big hit, but that first pitch ends up foul behind the Mariners dugout. 0-1 count. Come on, Henny. I mean, especially when we end up having 10 Ks with Logan, you don't want to lose. You know, you don't want to lose when your pitcher gets 10 Ks. And there's a reason why Gilbert is 7-10. His ERA is good, 3.21, but he shouldn't be 7-10. If we could actually hit, it would be 10-7 or better. 0-1 pitch, line drive, third, throw to first. And that is the end of the 7th inning. 2-1 Rays. And all the momentum is in Tampa Bay's favor. Now we're down to 2 innings left to try to tie the game up or to win the game in extras. Man, they just fucking hit us with the Mortal Kombat finish him with that goddamn home run. If you're just tuning in, 10 Ks for Logan Gilbert, 9 Ks for Springs, but they pulled him early, but it didn't matter. In the bottom of the 6th, Victor Robles scored on a throwing error after stealing a couple bags, right? 1-0 Seattle. Then Jose Siri, who didn't play yesterday with Yandy Diaz, he homered to center on 1 bad pitch by JT Chargois, and DeLuca was on board, and we are down now 2-1. Two runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Tampa. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Mariners. You can't win a game with only goddamn 2 hits unless they're just 2 home runs and find a way. But come on, Seattle. Don't give up. Again, the Astros lost today. I mean, if you can't get up, you know, for that, I mean, we don't deserve to be in the playoffs. You have to take advantage on every time the Astros lose. Facts. Next up for the Rays, 1 for 3, first baseman Yandy Diaz. Batting second, third baseman Junior Caminero. And batting third, left fielder Josh Lowe. Let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, please do. Let's get to 50 likes. And we're at 10 on the dono train, 90 to go. Appreciate the likes. Now we're at 42. 8 more to go to hit the final goal of the night. Thank you for another one. Now we're at 43. Only 7 more to hit the goal for the night. Let's go. Come on, Mariners. Don't give up. Don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. Colin Snyder coming in. I don't really know how I feel about Colin Snyder. Sometimes I feel really, really good. Sometimes I don't feel good. But 29 appearances this season, his ERA is 1.26, which tells you that most times he is lights out. Let's just pray that he is lights out here tonight. Come on, Colin. 1-0 pitch. Pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Yandy Diaz, 274 average, 10 homers and 56 ribbies here in 2024. And back, gone. And we just lost the game. Solo home run by Colin Snyder. And, you know, I don't know if I want to say I felt that was going to come, but just because you've been pitching good doesn't mean you're going to pitch good here. And now the game is, it's not officially over, but based on Uncle Mo and momentum, it's over. Body language, aura, vibe, we're not coming back. And then we have to pray that we can win tomorrow so that way we can win 2 out of 3. I would be shocked if we end up tying it or coming back in this game. It just feels like, you know, it's the Logan Gilbert 10K performance that got wasted. And again, the bullpen loses the game for the Mariners again, besides the starters by not being able to get enough fucking hits. And again, they put up the stat, Colin Snyder, 1.29 ERA or whatever bullshit it was. But what happened? Gave up the home run, and now the game is over. Motherfucker. God damn it. What a wasted opportunity for fucking Logan. Whoa. Consistency. And it shows you, not being able to hit and having a shitty bullpen will lose you a game every single time. Fuck, man. I hate wasting great pitching performances. You know how hard it is to get fucking 10Ks in this league now? So hard. Who are these players, man? Fuck. How are you going to let Logan give his heart out and get 10 fucking Ks, and then you're going to put up a shit performance like this and give up 2 home runs late? Shame on you, Mariners. Fucking A. 1-2 pitch to Caminero. Struck him out. 1 away, but you already fucked it all up. Snyder, you bum. Next up, left fielder Josh Lowe. But maybe Snyder feels the game was already over prior to him coming in. But, now you're really making it harder for us to catch up. It's still possible that we can get 2 runs and maybe, getting, 3 to win, 4-3. But you have to look at the body language, of the players. Are they engaged in this game, or are they just waiting for the game to end to go drink and eat dinner and then, hey, fuck it, and let's go to tomorrow's game? And that's kind of the vibe that I'm feeling by looking at the Mariner players. Pitch there in there for a zone, but sometimes, when it feels like it's over, we'll have a miracle. But I don't know if the miracle is going to show up here today. It doesn't feel like it. The crowd isn't into the game either. And that's another thing that we need, the crowd to be engaged and in the game. And since we had a pitching duel, everyone has been quiet in the stands the whole game. And that doesn't obviously equate to a lot of good, possibilities for the Mariners when everyone is quiet. Top of the 8th, 3-1 Rays. Nobody on, 1 out, 1-2 pitch to Lowe. Good job, Snyder, you fucking idiot. Giving up another goddamn hit. You suck. Whoa! And that's actually one of the better bullpen guys, and it shows you even the better bullpen guys still can't get it done. What a bum. Next up, DHing for the Rays, 0 for 3 with a K, former Cub Christopher Morel. Brutal, man. We got to win tomorrow. What a wasted opportunity, man. Logan, 10 Ks, Astros fucking lose, so we have a chance to be able to catch up, and then this is the bullshit that we get. Oh, 1 pitch. Pitch right down the middle for a strike behind in the count. 0-2, no balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first with 1 out. Pitches outside. Oh, wow. They give him a bullshit strikeout, a makeup call. 2 away. They already got a 2-run lead. Next up, second baseman Jose Caballero. And they probably should have substituted Luke Raley, Rojas, and got some other guys into the lineup. But, oh, man. But again, it shows you when we score 1 to 3 runs, we got like 4 wins and 40 plus losses, and we're about to add another loss to the column. Unless a miracle happens, which is still possible, but 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Behind in the count 0-2, no balls and 2 strikes. Pitches outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, 1 home run today. Actually 2. Siri and Diaz. One-two pitch. Slow dribbler, right back to Snyder. Underhand throw, and we're finally out of the inning. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 8th. We got 2 chances to get 2 runs to tie it. Let's see who's up next here for the Mariners. Next up for Seattle, 0 for 1 with a base on ball and a K. Third baseman, Dylan Moore. Batting second, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Shortstop, Leo Rivas. Dropped the bunt. And batting third, 1 for 3 with a run, right fielder, Victor Robles. Let's go, baby. We need some electricity. Season high 10 punch outs for nothing. Man, I'm sorry, Logan. 5 4-seam, 3 curveball, 1 slider, and 1 splitter. Even Springs shouldn't have been pulled either. 5 on the changeup, 3 on the seam, and 1 on the slider. Garrett Clevenger on the mound, a lefty. First pitch to Demo. 1-0 count. I mean, now we have to pray that the pitchers lose all control, they walk a bunch, or we get hit by a pitch. And if we can get guys on in the 8th and the 9th, we might be able to tie the game up. Don't know if we'd be able to win it, but we'll definitely see what kind of bullpen the Rays have compared to Seattle's. So far, Seattle's bullpen has given up this game at this point. 0 for 1 with a walk in the 3rd for Demo. 2-0 pitch, now 3-0. I like that. Now Demo doesn't even need to swing, and we're going to get a guy at first, and then he steals second, and then we're in business, baby. Let's go. Wow. On the corner for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike to Demo. Let's get some walks, baby. That might be the only way that we get back in this. Hit by a pitch or get some walks. Let's go. Clevenger. 3-1 pitch to Moore. Takes a strike right down the middle. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Don't waste this opportunity, Demo, on a 3-0 count. Let's go. Now we just got to pray that he doesn't hit the strike zone here. Demo calls time. Don't waste it, Demo. Don't waste it. Clevenger, 3-2 pitch. Got him. Should have been a walk, but called strike 3. Unbelievable. That was not in the strike zone. That was above the strike zone, and they punched us out. Boo! Motherfucker. Bad call by that ump. Next up, shortstop Leo Rivas. Dropped the bunt. First pitch is outside, 1-0 count. And the ump has been really bad today. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Fucking ump, man. 1-0 pitch. Pitch is inside, almost hit Rivas on the foot. 2 balls and no strikes. Come on, Leo. Pitch is high, 3 balls and no strikes. And these are the type of games that we need to lean on guys like Julio Rodriguez. And instead, he's just, non-existent. Like, how are we supposed to win when you go fucking 0 for 3, 0 for 4 almost every fucking game? There we go. There's a walk. There's a go. Here we go. Leo with a walk. Should have had a walk with Debo, and then we would have been in business. Runners at first and second with no outs. All right, Leo's at first, and he can definitely steal second. Next up is right fielder Victor Robles. And I would love for Victor to drop down the bunt, but last time he did, he almost broke a finger. So I imagine that we probably won't be seeing Victor Robles showing bunt the rest of the season because he'll be scared that his hand placement, is wrong. And then, if that ball hits that finger again, it probably would be broken. But that's a damn shame. You can't let fear, get into the way of strategy. Because if, Robles would able to drop the bunt, that could be the difference in the game. Drop a bunt, runner goes from first to third, wild throw to first, and then all of a sudden you got guys at second and third with 1 out with just a fucking bunt. But you never know. Let's go, Victor. Let's go, Robles. Oh, he bunted. Dude, I should be a goddamn manager. Let's go. And he maybe had the fear, but again, bunting and stealing bags is the way to be able to get guys over. And again, Victor probably had a little fear right there, dropping down the bunt. Could have ended up being an easy out to second. I don't know why the throw wasn't attempted. And now we got guys at first and second with 1 out. Here we go. Maybe I need to be a goddamn manager. Let's go. But again, I watch every single game all the way to the end. So, I know this team inside and out. Nice job. Next up is Julio Rodriguez. Now, if Julio was hitting well, we'd be like, oh, maybe a 3-run homer to win the game or maybe a big RBI. But now we just got to pray he doesn't fucking strike out. Let's go, Julio. Be a hero for once. 0-1 pitch. Julio. 0 for 4 day for Julio. And everyone stays 2 away. Golly, Julio. What a disappointment, man. 0 for 4. Ridiculous. Go to the goddamn batting cage. Next up, big dumper, catcher Cal Raleigh, the best clutch hitter for the Mariners in the 7th inning and beyond. You are due for a home run. Are we going to get it right here? Are we going to win the game right here, 4-3? Let's pray. Let's go. Come on now. I just love it, when we can end up predicting, scenarios and situations, and then they actually do it. Come on, Cal. Even if he doesn't hit a home run, if we can get a bases clearing double, tie the game up would be huge, or even an RBI to make it 3-2. Cal? Yes! Sometimes you just have to talk it into existence. Hey, we don't get the home run. We'll be cool with an RBI. 5 seconds later, boom, RBI, Cal Raleigh. Let's go. Put me in the booth. Put me on the team, coach. Your boy knows the Mariners. Let's go. Nice job, Cal Raleigh. Way to fight. and he is the most clutch hitter. Hopefully one day Julio will be as good as Cal Raleigh. Julio might be the most popular, but you best believe this is the best fucking player on the Mariners right here. Next up, left fielder Randy Arozarena. You want to be a hero? Bases clearing double? But we don't even need that. We'll just take an RBI, right? Single, tie it up 3-3, and we'll try to grind it out in the 9th and the 10th. Here we go. A little bit of hope for the Seattle Mariners. Let's go. Better late than never. And imagine if Julio, actually was a good player, and he could actually hit instead of going goddamn 0 for 4, 0 for 5. These are the type of games where we need our superstar to step up, not shit the bed. And a lot of our losses are because of Julio not being able to do it. But not just him, the whole team. But again, you don't get paid the big money to go 0 for 4, 0 for 5. Facts. And let's see if Randy can end up being a hero. Now, he ended up hitting a 3-run blast yesterday, so the likelihood of him doing it again, very low, 1%, right? So we have to just pray that he can just get on with a single, and then maybe just an RBI single. Don't get greedy, and then we can end up tying it up 3-3, and then maybe winning 4-3 in the 9th or 4-3 in the 10th. The sports gods are listening. We just got to make sure we talk it out loud. We think it, we say it, and then it happens. Jason in the building. What's good? Yeah, Julio should never be in the 2-hole. I think Julio he plays the best when he's in the 4-hole or the 5-hole, but he hasn't been hitting very well. So maybe we need to demote him and put him at the 6-hole. Sometimes you got to demote a guy and understand that, hey, you're not playing well. That's probably where I would put him. I put him in probably the 6-hole. And then once he did better, then I would put him in the 4 or the 5, but not in the 2-hole. Bottom of the 8th, 3-2 Rays. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Big swing and a miss. 0-2 count. But again, Randy, after being the hero yesterday, the chances of him doing something big, back-to-back games, not likely. 0-2 pitch. Wow, this ump is terrible. Are you fucking shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me? Off the plate again. This has got to be one of the worst umps that Seattle's seen all year. Almost every single fucking punch out for the Rays has not been in the strike zone. Unbelievable. But at least the damage was done, and we're a little bit closer at 3-2. But, golly, this ump is fucking terrible. Jesus Christ. Unforgivable. Yeah, I don't think I would put Justin Turner in the 2-hole either, though. He's not good enough as a hitter to be there. If you're going to put someone in the 2-hole, in the lineup, I'm trying to think of who I would actually put there. Maybe Leo Rivas or Demo. I would probably put them higher in the lineup. Not Polo, not Randy, not Cal. But if I'm looking at today's lineup, I think I would have put Dylan or Leo at the 2. That probably would have been the smarter move. Someone fast right after Robles. So, but again, I'm not managing the team. But we still love Dan Wilson more than Scott Service. So. Now we get Troy Taylor, right? And obviously we know that he's going to be able to bring the heat. So that gives us a good chance. Since it's not Andres Munoz, it's the second best option with Troy Taylor bringing the heaters. And let's see who's up next here for the Rays. And if we can have a good outing here, maybe we can tie it in the 9th and win it in the 10th. Because I think winning it in the 9th is greedy. Well, based on how we played, we wouldn't deserve that. But again, this ump has been some shit today. So who knows if we're going to get any makeup calls. Next up for the Rays, 0 for 3 with 3K, shortstop Taylor Walls. Batting second, right fielder Johnny DeLuca. And batting third, the hero so far for the Rays with the 2-run blast, center fielder Jose Siri, who didn't play yesterday, but is making his mark today. Go Mariners. Let's go, Troy Taylor. I like you. And I'm not really going to say that I like a reliever that often. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Troy. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help your boy out. First pitch is outside. 1-0 count. Yeah, Luke at 2 would have been good if he was playing, but when you have a left-handed, pitcher, they didn't want to go left on left. But Luke would have been good at 2. Fuck all that noise saying that if it's a left-handed pitcher, left-handed hitters aren't going to do anything. I think that's bullshit. Chances are if Luke was playing in the 2-hole today, he probably would have went at least 1 for 4. 1-1 pitch from Taylor to Walls. Pitch in there for a strike, 1 ball and 2 strikes. We need 4 more likes to get to 50. Pitch is high and outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. If you are in the room and haven't smashed the like button yet, that's the final goal of the night. So we're at 47. Thank you to the 2 of you that just did that. 3 more to hit the goal for the night. Let's go. 2-2 pitch. Pitch in there for a strike 3. Got him. I like this kid, man. He's got that fire and that intensity. And sometimes he's going to miss his spots, but he throws straight heaters like a Brian Wu. Heat, 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 top end speed. Not like a George Kirby where you're trying to hit the location. He's not a location pitcher. He's a pitcher that throws heat. Nice job, Troy. 1 away. Next up is Johnny DeLuca, batting 7th in the order. First pitch is outside. 1-0 count, 2 for 3 with a double, single, and a run for Johnny D. Popped up. Cal Raleigh and Demo are there. There we go. Demo. Stand with Ukraine. He's got the right idea. Let's go. Let's get to that 50 number. Great effort by Demo. Look at the distance that he covers, and good communication for Cal Raleigh not to try to be the hero, right? And to try to run into Demo and be like, I got it. Let your guys work it out. 2 away. Good job. Good communication there by Cal and Demo. Right down the middle for a strike. I really like this Taylor guy, the way that he pitches. Again, straight heat, and usually the location is pretty much there around the strike zone. Go, Troy. Pitch on the corner for a strike. I had to count 0-2 to Jose Siri. Feels like momentum is starting to shift a little bit towards the Mariners now. We just need 1 more strike, and then we'll see what happens here in the bottom of the 9th. 0-2 pitch. Crushed foul. Thank God. Nice catch by that ball boy. Thank God. AM in the building. What's good? All right, we hit 50. Now we're at 52. There we go. 8 more to get to 60. Let's go, baby. And we're at 10 on the dono train. 90 to go there. Top of the 9th. 3-2 Rays. Nobody on. 2 outs. Troy Taylor, the ace. Pitch is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And you got to think for this guy, this rookie, he's shown more swag and aura out of one of our bullpen guys than 99% of the guys besides Munoz. I like this guy. Stud. Popped up. And JT is there. Out number 3. All right, Mariners, stand up. Last opportunity here. Great decision to bring in Taylor there by Dan Wilson and Edgar Martinez. We got Polo, Turner, and Haniger up here next. I'm not sure if this is the right order of guys that I would want up. Polo, Turner, Haniger, maybe substituting in Luke Raley. I mean, not bringing in Canzone or Rojas, fine, but maybe Luke Raley for Haniger at DH, regardless if it's a left-handed pitcher or not. We'll see what happens. Let's go Mariners. And again, to win the game in the bottom of the 9th, right? Not likely, but possible. Maybe like 5%. But we have probably a I don't know, I would say 25 to 30% chance of tying it up, and then maybe winning it 4-3 in the 10 or 11 inning. You never know, but we just got to see what we can do here. Leading off for the Mariners, 0 for 3 with 3 Ks, Jorge Polanco. Come on, baby. You still got to make up for that error that wasn't called. Diving catch, but then you ended up with the transfer. You dropped it, and you cost the team. Come on, Polo. Batting second, first baseman Justin Turner. If you'd want to put in Luke Raley here for JT, that wouldn't bother me. And then batting third, Mitch Haniger, and then maybe putting in Josh Rojas for Haniger. I wouldn't mind that either. But let's see if the 5, 6, and 7 hole hitters can be heroes. I kind of feel, bringing in a couple guys wouldn't hurt, but let's see if the guys that stay in the game can do it. 3 runs, 8 hits, and an error for the Rays. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Mariners. And 4 hits is not going to get it done. And this ump has been terrible today. We've definitely had a lot of calls go against us, at least 5 today. And I think the Rays have had at least 3 or 4 against them. The ump has been equally bad for both, but more for the Mariners. And Manuel Rodriguez comes in. 28 games, 2.36 ERA. It's a right-handed pitcher. Bring in Luke Raley, damn it. Luke Raley, Josh Rojas, bring him in. All right, Polo, you really want to be a hero? Do something here. And you don't even need to hit a home run. Just get on base. Hit by a pitch, walk, single, bunt. I don't care. Find a way. First pitch is outside, 1-0 count. Maybe a walk is in order here for Polo and company. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, so don't fucking swing. And if you are, go for a bunt. Teams run around with their heads cut off once bunts are laid down. I mean, look at the Little League World Series. We've been talking about bunts more than any channel on YouTube that does baseball. And then the Little League World Series is like, you know what? Yeah, that is right. And they ended up winning the championship off a fucking bunt. Let's go. 1-1 pitch from Rodriguez to Polo. I almost got overly excited there thinking that might be a home run. Popped up into right, 1 away. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 2 with a base on ball and a K, Justin Turner. Why not substitute Luke Raley, Dominic Canzone, or Rojas here? I mean, I love JT, but you're 0 for 2. Not saying that he can't get a hit. He can. Or he can take a walk. But he did get a walk in his second inning, so maybe another walk is in order. 0-1 pitch. Pitch is low and into the dirt behind the catcher and the ump. 1 ball and 1 strike as the ball boy retrieves that baseball. Come on, JT. Come on, baby. Down by a run. 1-1 pitch. Pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Justin Turner. Come on, Mariners. We dug ourselves in a hole. JT Chargois, 1 bad pitch, and that was the game. 1-2 pitch. Turner. Blooper. Oh! How did those guys not collide into each other? And how did those guys not drop that baseball? That was fucking unbelievable. That could have easily been a double for Justin Turner. What the fuck? Unbelievable that they didn't collide and they caught that and didn't drop it. 2 away. Haniger with a base hit. There we go. There we go, Hanny. Just imagine if Turner was able to get to second base and then Haniger got that single, maybe the game is tied right now. Nice job, Haniger. And then Dylan Moore substituted for Luke Raley. Our prayers are answered here. Not saying that Demo can't do it, but we're going to give Luke a chance. Let's go, Luke. Nuke Rayleigh, Luke Nukem, Rails, whatever nickname you want to give him. Please, God, let's go, Luke. We need you. Let's go. Let's go. Can you imagine a walk-off for Luke Rayleigh right here? How big that would be? That's being a little greedy, but if we could just get an RBI to make it 3-3 and we could win 4-3 and 10 or 11 would be very sustainable and okay, whatever way we want to go. Rojas at first as being the pinch runner for Haniger. I like that move as well. Let's go. 9 times out of 10, when two guys collide in the outfield like that, or almost collide, the ball is dropped. But Luke, pitch down the middle for a strike. That would have been a great pitch to swing at. 0-1 count. 235 average, 16 homers, 42 ribbies, OPS of 748. Let's go, Nuke Rayleigh. Let's go. Please. Come on, Luke. 0-1 pitch. Pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Luke Rayleigh. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty low-scoring game. 10 Ks for Logan Gilbert, 9 for Springs. But Diaz with a home run late in the matchup to give him the 3-2 lead. Pitches outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Robles scored on a throwing error, 1-0. Siri homered to center, 2-1. Diaz homered, 3-1. And then Raleigh had the RBI to make it 3-2. 2-1 count from Rodriguez to Rayleigh. Rayleigh? Oh, I almost had a heart attack there. Fuck. That one goes foul. Two-two pitch from Rodriguez to Rayleigh. Strike 3, and the game is over. Final score, Tampa Bay Rays 3, Seattle Mariners 2. GG to all the Rays fans. Again, what another wasted opportunity for Logan Gilbert, 10 Ks. But again, when you only get 5 hits in the entire game and you're not getting big hits from your studs like Julio, makes it kind of hard to be able to find that magic late in the matchup. Tomorrow, must-win game for the Mariners, and it's very unfortunate because the Astros lost today to the Phillies, and we could not capitalize. But GG to the Rays fans, and hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit better. That's tough. Final score, Tampa Bay Rays 3, Seattle Mariners 2. Shout out to all the people that liked, subbed, donated, commented, and shared. And again, we'll be live tomorrow. The game is going to be a little bit earlier. I believe the game is on at 1 for the rubber match. And then we're going to have our final fantasy football draft for the channel on Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific. But as far as tomorrow's stream, we're going to be streaming at 1 o'clock. So 1:10 start. I'll be doing the lineups and going over, everything there. So it'll be Luis Castillo versus undecided. And that's probably the last pitcher that we would want up in a game-deciding, series potential win. 10 wins, 12 losses, 3.66 ERA for Luis Castillo. Hopefully we get to 4 runs, 7 to 10 hits. Otherwise, the Rays are going to win the series. Hopefully La Piedra plays good tomorrow. Well, I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Steven, PJ, the rest of y'all, smash that like button for your boy on the stream. And I got one question for you. Who you know talk sports like us? Your boy Orion, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. 1 o'clock tomorrow, Pacific, Rays and Mariners. Love you guys. GG to the Rays, and I'm out. Gang. Go Mariners.